Hi everyone. So here we are again. Another week. How these weeks keep rolling by.
Hello everyone. So blessings to each one of you as you come. Yeah.
So I'm just checking before we get into things. Just checking that everything is working okay.
Well, Jack is here, so I guess thank you, Jack, for being here. New moon blessings to you too. Yes.
Is it the new moon today?
Yes. We're having meditation tomorrow. Oh, hello, Paul. Hello. Hello. You faithful men. Isn't it wonderful to have two men on this call? Fascinating.
Two. There's at least three. There's Graham as well. I don't think you dare.
Oh no, and there's John. That's
And
four.
John, yes. There may be way more. Is anybody seeing us on Facebook? Because it doesn't seem to be doing anything on my Facebook.
I don't know.
So if let me just refresh with it. Aha, I'm looking on your Facebook. It should be live on your Facebook as well. So.
I wouldn't know how to look for that.
So, well, so is anybody seeing us on Facebook? You're very amused, Brigitte. What is tickling you?
Yes. Hello, Zuleika.
Ah, Zuleika, hi. Are you watching from YouTube? Zuleika,
and hello, John. I was just mentioning we had two men who used to be here every week, and I'm sorry. My apologies. You are there too. And so will Graham, I guess. Oh, yes, Susan says she can see you on Facebook. Used to be here every week, and you are there too. And so will Graham, I guess. Oh, yes, Susan says she can see you on Facebook. Used to be here every week, and you are there too. And so will Graham, I guess. Oh, yes, Susan says. I was laughing because I knitted a pair of socks, two pairs of socks for my niece's little daughter, Eulalie. And they look like little socks of lutin, little elves. So she's just sent me a little picture of Eulalie with a little elf's socks on. Thank you for the little elf socks. And they look so cute, so cute.
Those are the little ones you were just knitting.
The things we do. So you're live on FB, Juliet.
So everything's live and lots of lovely people. I want to say a big hello to Jack and Zuleika and Susan. Have I got everything? John, you're here as well. And gosh, I can't.
Julie, lovely Julie is here too.
Wonderful, wonderful. So there's lots, a big hello to everybody on this new moon. Not only is it the new moon, but it's also Navaratri, which is a very important Hindu ceremony. And here in Glastonbury last night, we had an all-night kirtan. I didn't go to it. Julie's live here as well. Hi, Julie. Hi. So a whole all-night kirtan is as the start of the 9 days of Navaratri Hindu worship to different gods and goddesses. And last night was to Durga. I think it was, or was it Parvati? So partner of Shiva, so very powerful mother energy. And it was just going on all night. So all my friends were fasting, and then they went to the kirtan for the whole night, and starting 5 o'clock yesterday evening through till 7 this morning, I think. But I didn't go myself because I knew that I had this wonderful thing happening today. So you might see that I'm not in my normal place, my normal house. I'm here on retreat. So here I am. It's so retreat owner is being put on holiday for one night at least, and I've been here all day, and it's Middlewick Cottages, just on the edge of Glastonbury, beside the Tor, just underneath the Tor. And they do a whole range of therapies, and they have a pool and a steam room. And some of you contributed to that. So I want to say a big, big thank you to this huge surprise, because Selena, who is my wonderful assistant at Healing Waters, without telling me, did beautiful, what do you call it, a go round, a collection, just like telling everybody it was my birthday when I was trying to keep it quiet. So you all know now that I've just had my 70th birthday, and I've got this wonderful day. I've had a wonderful day of massage in the pool and steam room, and for that reason, I didn't do the Navaratri ceremony last night. And in fact, I still didn't sleep very much, because it was such a big thing for me to come and do this retreat that I was really surprised I couldn't sleep. Not out of excitement, but out of being really nervous. I was like, oh my God, what's going to happen? It's really a funny thing. It's like, what was being triggered in me? Something was being triggered about, I don't know what it is, doing something for me. Or Brigitte, what's your sense of that? Why couldn't I? Well, there was a level of anxiety in me about doing this, and kind of nerves. Once I arrived here and settled in and saw how lovely everybody was, then I just settled and relaxed, and it's been a really, really beautiful day. And I want to give a big, big thank you to Paula, who's the therapist here. She's been so wonderful and given me such beautiful massages all day.
You're shining. You're really shining.
That's what she said.
Yeah, but my sense is it's like stepping on the edge of offering. You've been offered something to yourself, and in a way being vulnerable with that, because you're there for others most of the time. Your trauma is for others. The groups is for others. Community work is for others. You love doing it, but it's for others. And suddenly, Juliet, and it is just about you just being with Juliet. So there might be a little shyness there, but you did offer spaciousness. But I might not have slept if something like that had been offered to me either.
Really? Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I might not have, because if I didn't know who was going to massage me, because I'm a bit like a Stradivarius, I'm highly sensitive, as you know. Anybody just has to put their hands under me, and my body straight away, my body, everything in me starts tuning in to the other person. And I often tune into the other person and get information about the other person.
Yeah.
Which Juliet, you know. So that's my input on that. Suddenly being vulnerable at that place where, yes, you're just being with yourself.
And it's been such a big thing these last 2 years, hasn't it? It's just like we've been full on non-stop, just like putting out to do whatever we can to make the shift. We've got Raquel here. Oh, beautiful. So Darrell, lots of lovely people here. So yeah, so let's just check in for what people have been saying. So
Julie mentioned today's Ash Wednesday in Christianity. So it's the first day of the 40 days before Easter.
Yeah. That's right, because yesterday was Pancake Day, Shrove Tuesday, and Adam, who's one of the beautiful members of our gardens, was fasting, and I made pancakes, and I said, look, we're celebrating the start of Lent, will you please join us with a beautiful pancake? And he said, I'm celebrating Navaratri and I can't eat.
Yeah.
So,
because there's different tradition, Jewish traditions, Christian traditions. I mean, it's wonderful, all these traditions weaving in. It's asking us to be supple.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful to have some kind of spiritual context to anchor into at this time, because I think there's a need for a real shift to really deeply immerse ourselves into this understanding that we're so much more than a physical body. So
Yes, but the body is sacred because of the experience. So Vicky Cunningham said, so beautiful to hear you, Juliet and Brigitte, sharing deep healing blessings to us both. Also this full-on journey. Yeah. Now, what I wanted to say in honor to all these beautiful people is I know how frustrating it is as we are sharing, and you're doing your very best to put a little something in the chat, and you're only allowed so many words. And sometimes when you write, we've already moved on to something else. So maybe we need to slow down.
yeah, we'll slow down. Slow down is good. So I'm just putting up, just posting up some of the comments, and if we've missed something, come back to it. So it's just really lovely to have you all here, and to know that none of us are alone. I think this is the biggest thing that we're troubled by at this time, feeling like life is so overwhelming and it's so challenging, and we have to sort it out for ourselves, that we're all alone and it's too much for us. So we're not alone, and we can reach out. So John is here, and oh, bless you. So John, I do hope you're feeling better, because I know you've been going through some difficulty recently and feeling unwell. So I really hope you're better. I was thinking of you today and wondering how you are.
Well, I was talking to Jack today. Maybe that can be an insight for all of you. Lovely Juliet, I think 6 months ago, mentioned I should get an Omron nebulizer and to get some hydrosol, which is a silver at 23 ppm, which is very high quality.
Yeah, so just before you say anything, know that we cannot make any claims for healthcare.
No, I'm not making any claims, but what I wanted to say, like you take a shower, like you brush your teeth, when I go shopping, or I go with crowds of people, when I get home, I go on that machine and I just do 5 minutes to take this into my system and just to help to clear whatever, you know? So that's just a little
nebulizer with a little mask that goes over
yes,
the face.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. And it really is so wonderful.
And you're breathing in silver hydrosol.
Yes,
which
but
is
I'm not
very,
saying
very refined.
very, very fine particles. So it's not even going, it's just the pressure that's just going like a mist.
Mm.
Yes, so
I was
that works for me. So I can't, this is not, I'm not doing a prescription. I'm just telling you it's like cleaning your teeth or drinking water or going for a walk. For me now, it's become a daily thing when I go shopping. It's like washing my hands.
Okay, that's interesting. Yes, it certainly was really, really helpful for me when I was very ill a couple of years ago at the start of all this crazy stuff that's gone on. So there are so many things now that's helpful.
Yeah, because in a way, so many people have received that experimentation through choice or whatever.
Or manipulation or coercion.
Yes, but I'm being very mindful of what I say right now.
Be mindful, because we are getting banned so many things for saying this, so many times for saying the simplest things.
Okay, so my feeling is, yes, that's one way I have found that's really supporting me as an elder with my lungs. More so because we're in the change of seasons, you know. So change of seasons means the lungs can feel a little bit more vulnerable or sensitive, and more so with what's unfolding right now in the world.
And there's different layers, isn't there? So there's that physical layer, but there's the emotional, the spiritual layer, and
Definitely. Yeah.
I had a sense when I started to get ill, which was January, I guess 2020. I'd been in Israel on collective trauma retreat with Thomas Hubel, and at that time, I started to get ill, and it was like I was processing all the grief because we'd been talking about what had happened between in Germany with lots of people being killed. And we had survivors of that and German people there, and there was this real deep healing work going on. And I think I had, and there were people from other parts of the world as well. There was people from China talking about the Cultural Revolution, the work, the suffering they'd gone through as children, being taken away from their parents, and many people telling their stories. And I think it was like all of us were having to process, and the lungs are so much about processing that grief. And
no, we have to be mindful of what we say at the moment. And John, yes, John is saying this both still feeling well, but keeping very quiet. Oh, I send you love, John, and to your loved one.
And John, if I can help you in any way, because I have lots of amazing things to help people who are unwell with. So
yes, and she has a nebulizer.
I've got two actually. I bought a couple of them in case anybody needed some help.
Well, I got my sister to get one for her daughter, and the little baby.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm really well stocked up on all sorts of health support things, masses of things. So
yeah.
So
anyway, yes, Paul, fear and trauma lower the immune system. Yes, and it's
but they actually turn off the immune system when you're in a state of high activation. The immune system turns off, as well as the digestive system, and the sexual function. Anything that's absolutely not essential for survival, because when you're in an activated state, you're in fight or flight or shock, which is just about survival. So everything else turns off.
Hello, Carol. Beautiful Carol. Good morning from Canada. I wonder how you're faring with what's going on with the shenanigans. Hope I can say that. And Daryl is saying, John and Lizzie sending healing vibes. Thank you, Daryl. And Jackie's sending healing too. Wonderful.
So I'm really curious about what's going on in Canada still now, because we were really following the whole thing that was going on in Canada. And then there was that stuff that happened with those drivers there.
Yeah.
And now there's a huge thing happening in America. There are thousands and thousands of heavy vehicles on the road heading in a certain direction, but that's kind of been pushed out of view as this other stuff has been brought up about or whatever going on.
Yeah.
So
let's not talk about it in case the video gets taken. Carol is saying it's gone very quiet. I'm so glad. Well, maybe it has. My feeling is it's done its purpose. There's something going on with Canada will be the top, and the domino effects will follow worldwide. So I'm sorry it had to be Canada, but that's how it is.
Well, I was talking to Janine yesterday, and she was talking about Canada, and that as a result of what happened, it's like so many more people are now really looking at things and waking up to things that they were just taken for granted before as real. It's like, if it's coming through the mainstream media, it's not real, or it's being put there to make you look at it for a particular reason. It's like what's in the minds of the people that are promoting that material. What is it they want you to look at, and what is it they don't want you to look at? So whilst they're distracting us with this latest shenanigans, what are they trying to take our eyes away from? Because there's all sorts of things going on now that we're not seeing, because everybody is back, just like at the start of this other mad thing that's just happened. We're all back and we're all being emotionally swayed again and stressed about what's going on. And some of the footage, if you look with fresh eyes at the way they do it, some of this footage, some of these videos are not real videos.
Yes.
Or some of the pictures are not real. They've got actors in them, actors that if you research, you see crisis actors that are actually been performing in other videos in other times about other bomb attacks or all sorts of things, like pictures from someone in 2014, crisis actors. So let's see what people have got to say.
Yes, John, who says a great many of the pictures showing war and destruction are fake in Ukraine. I agree, John.
Yeah.
Yeah. However, many people will still go with the media. You know, the one beautiful thing I will say is those people are. It's opening their hearts. Yes, they're sending food. They're sending blankets. A bit like what happened when I was a child and Russia invaded a country in Europe, and we had to knit. I was only 11. I remember knitting squares so the soldiers would be kept warm, and knitting basics and putting money and sending money. We were only 11. So it's the same thing over and over again. But my feeling is it really is opening people's hearts, and many people are praying in compassion, sending compassion.
I saw an interesting meme which said that it's interesting that those people that would rather you be shut out of the shops or shut out of the restaurants or not allowed to travel because you hadn't gone along with the experimentation, those same people that were saying you should have no freedom are now crying about people that are meant to be being killed.
Yeah.
It's like, where's the consciousness happening here, and what are people really seeing? When are we prepared to wake up and see how much we're being manipulated? And whilst Ukraine is being put at the forefront, how many countries around the world at this very moment, with people, thousands upon thousands upon thousands, millions of people suffering that are being bombed elsewhere in other countries in the world. It's like it's been going on for centuries and centuries, and that's the real issue. Is like, why is war going on in this way? What's really going on? Yeah, because none of us, we shouldn't be going through this at all, ever.
I agree.
It's insanity. And
when
are we going to wake up to that insanity?
Well, programmation goes very, very deep, as we both have been researching. And it's going to take time even to acknowledge that governments have lied to people, Ministry of Health have lied, and they've been compromised because they signed some manifesto or memorandum, whatever they signed a long time ago with somebody I can't name here.
You've been watching the trials that have been going.
I've been watching not only the grand jury, which is absolutely amazing if you want really to have more and more in-depth information as to how our governments ended up having to hand over their power and shut every economy down. That's because they had signed with the United Nations a long time ago that they were handing power over to the United Nations, giving them the right, if something needed to be shut down, that they would agree. So when the United Nations spoke about the pandemic, then they said you have to shut everything down.
Yeah.
And because they'd signed their name on that piece of paper when they joined, that's how they got compromised, I will say. So if we look into that, I invite you to listen. I mean, each grand jury with Rainer Fulmich, who invites, is a judge. There are French people, there's a French lawyer, there is a German lawyer, there are psychologists, one from America, one from France. There are different people from all over the world, even Africa, and they all come and show their testimony. There are some immunologists. There is somebody who does the postmortem, who is a very beautiful elder man, who really did 30 studies, and he shares. That's in the video number 4. And I'm on video number 5, and I've just finished just starting number 6.
Yeah.
So I encourage you, when you've got the time, just take a little bit, like take a couple of hours, and then assimilate and gain that information. And that enables you then to have more clarity when you meet people.
Yeah.
It hasn't yet been translated, but it does show. I mean, there's an Italian woman who's discovered that there are things in those that goes into the body that will create damage, but it might have happened when those were being created. So
well, that's what I got banned from Twitter for posting part of that testimony, a few words about that testimony.
Yeah, yes, so you have to be very, very mindful.
Careful.
So I've just done little short screenshots, which I've put on Facebook. I might be banned, but I've still done a few screenshots just to sort of tickle the interest of people.
Yeah. So we're important people. All of us here are really, really important, because we're all needed. We're all part of this chain of information, because we're in an information war, and we need to put it out. We need to share it. And there's lots of channels open that you can put this through. And I've got a Telegram channel. So everything that I can't speak here goes onto my Telegram channel. So let's just have a little look. We've had lots of people posting. We have Debbie, who's only just joined, and sad, I've missed so much, but what I have just heard you say is exactly how I feel about media, etc.
Okay, Jack is saying, yeah, as long as people get their information from media, yeah, I agree.
Media.
Yeah, they will continue their Minds program. Yes, it's a very ingrained process. It's for them, it's the norm. So moving out of that is requiring quite a brave, courageous act.
Yeah, and we have Julie saying, I have precious friends in Kashmir. I'm unable to look at any of the pictures coming out of Palestine. Exactly. This is going on absolutely everywhere, and it shouldn't be happening at all anywhere. Nobody deserves to have this kind of treatment. And John says, and now the World Health Organization is getting all UN members to sign a global pandemic treaty, which enables the World Health Organization to dictate policy to national governments in case of a pandemic or other natural catastrophe.
Well, that goes back, John, to exactly that same treaty that each country signed a long time ago. So if you listen, I think, to number 5 of the grand jury, you will get that information. I was just listening to it before I came on, so I haven't finished listening to it. The psychology, yes, that's a very important point, John. And we need to be very mindful that the shenanigan is, they will keep their program until we take it down. And the psychology behind this plays a key role in keeping people focused on the wrong things at the right time. Yes, Graham, I agree. Yeah. Marianne, belated hello. Hello, Marianne. And a belated hello to you too. You're not that late, Marianne.
No, you're not that late. So we have to be deeply suspicious of whatever it is the mainstream media is putting out. And in a way, it gives you a clue. If they're putting something out, it means that there's something going on that they don't want you to look at, or they're trying to steer you in another direction. But also to be aware when you do your research, and the fall of the cabal and so on is very helpful for actually understanding how much all these global organizations and massively compromised, and that they're not the organizations that we thought they were, like the World Health Organization isn't, the CDC, the
FDA,
United Nations, the
FDA, you know, with a new appointed. Yes, they speak about that. So do look into that, and look as well with Del Bigtree and his latest. Yes, there's a lot of people who are really committed right now. Hello, beautiful ladies. Selena, hello.
Hi, Selena, I'm here. Thank you so much.
Look how shining she is, like a beautiful. Look at Juliet. Can you recognize her?
So it's thanks to Selena. She organised all this for me. Could you believe it?
I'm so proud.
You're so precious, Selena. You're such a precious gem.
I'm glad you took it on, Selena. If I'd been in England, I would have done something mad for Juliet.
Oh.
Well, sadly, I was dealing with a very intense situation at the time of Juliet's birthday, and so I'm glad someone else took Juliet in her hands. Beautiful Juliet.
So, yeah.
So, my dearest, we had sorry, we had spoken about a raffle.
Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Carol. Yes, we've spoken about the raffle for quite a few weeks. So the idea of the raffle is like more fundraising for the tractor in the Healing Gardens.
So lovely Julie, who wasn't sure she'd be here, but she's here because her mother was not well and might have been leaving, but her mother has decided to stay a bit longer. So thanks and blessing to Julia. Julie. So we have two scarves who are about the same size, 1.40 m, 100% wool, hand knitted by Mabby. I know Juliet said we're moving into spring, and I know Jack, you said the same. Okay. And there we are. So lovely Julie started the bid at $100. That's Julie.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is, we've been promising to do this for weeks and weeks and weeks. We're going to auction. So whoever has the highest bid, we will then post you this beautiful scarf. There's no other.
We're doing two bids. Well, one today, maybe one next week, but we need to do two.
Yeah, so let's do one today. Which one is it going to be today?
I'm easy. They're both about the same. 1.40 m by 30.
And it's made out of silk, is it? Or
no, 100% wool, and it's twisted rib with moss stitch on the edges. So I'm showing it to you again.
And it's very warm. And Jack,
it is warm. It's not been washed, and I will send whoever wins it, whoever gets the bid, I will add a little pack of wool in case you tear or mend or need to mend it. Okay? That's my gift. And I'm really pleased.
And how many hours did it take to make it, Brigitte?
I knit it when I listen to those beautiful grand jury.
And you're knitting before that. You've been knitting for months.
And I knit them when I'm rocking the baby to sleep. Oh, I knit them when I am listening to some music. So,
it's full of beautiful, beautiful meditative.
It's hours of bringing the nervous system into coherence. But my nervous system is quite quiet. But it puts me into that place of.
Are we bidding in dollars or in pounds?
That was dollars that Julie was saying. Well, I don't know, Julie. We can auction them together. So how much is $100 in pounds? Let me just check.
75, is it?
Okay.
Or should we have the first and second highest? All right, so the first bidder, yeah, we could do it in one go. That's interesting. The first bidder the highest bidder gets the one scarf, and the second bidder gets the second one.
What a great idea. Okay, yes, 75.
And Jack says he loves his. Do you still love it, Jack? Are you still loving it? Are you getting, do you feel the energy of the scarf when you wrap it around you? Do you feel that
Oh my God.
that loving Brigitte energy? Does your nervous system immediately go, ah? Yeah, there's a very inexpensive treatment, isn't it?
Oh gosh,
Therapy.
Juliet.
I've got a little finger puppet that Brigitte made for me. It's felted. It's like a little dolly.
Oh
If
my
I was at home,
God.
I'd show you. Do you remember doing it, Brigitte?
Oh my gosh, that's so long ago.
Yeah. So somebody's knocking on my door.
You go.
Well, I don't even know if I can go. So hang on.
So, so I think we're bidding in pounds. Will they be auctioned individually? Can you also show the other scarf, please? Oh dear. Where is it?
I've got another steam room and pool session in the morning. They're just bringing me the robes, so that's really lovely. I'm so, thanks to you, Selena, I'm so completely blissed out here, and had a special high tea. You're going to love this. Had one of those plates, 3 levels of cakes and sandwiches and tea, and I gluttonously eaten it all to myself. I tried my hardest to get people to come over and share it with me, but it's like I had to come and have it all on my own.
Wow, that's wonderful. I'm so glad you had it all on your own.
But I will bring a piece of cake back for you, Selena. So.
Wonderful. Now, I'm sorry, the other scarf, which is the same, okay? It's exactly the same wool and it's exactly the same size. It's just one is ribbed, twisted, and the other one
all right, so
is simple rib. So I'm sorry.
Julie says, I can feel this scarf. I'm wanting to be wrapped in Mabi's energy.
Okay, let me just show it to you. I'll show you around me. Okay, there we are.
She's opening with 200 now.
Okay, there we are. Now it can go. Are you seeing? There. That's what you can do with it. Can you see?
Really warm.
There. So it's warm colors. It's not come from a shop. It's hand knitted and it's not perfect. Why? Because I have, I think, a broken bone in my wrist.
So Brigitte's been knitting with a broken wrist.
Or at least a sprained wrist, which I have not wanted. Oh my God, $220, Graham.
So Nicola is saying, I'm feeling me and my sister are attempting to make felt slippers.
Oh,
that's beautiful.
Oh, wonderful. I'm going to do some of those too, Nicola.
Graham has said $120.
Well, we're at the top with Graham with 220.
No, because Debbie said 200 up here. Or was it Debbie? Oh gosh, I'm not very good at doing this. Okay, who was it who said 200?
No. Let's go down. Julie, I can feel this scarf. I'm wanting to be wrapped in Mabi's energy. I think $200 is better opener.
Yeah.
Oh, Julie.
So Graham, Graham said 220 now. Oh my goodness me.
And wait a minute, Graham, $220. We're in dollars. Convert your dollars.
I want to throw something else in. Whoever wins the scarf can come and ride on the tractor as well when we have it.
Oh, that's wonderful. So how many bidders have we got? We've got Julian, we've got Graham. It's like being hugged by beautiful Mabi, says Jack. Oh my God, Jack. Oh, la, 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 la. Oh, hmm. So Vicky is replying to Selena. Love it, Juliet. Gorgeous high tea. Oh, it's wonderful. I love your English teas with all these little sandwiches and all that.
It was just like that. There were all these little sandwiches, little cut without the crust, just little fingers.
So, Julie, those beds are phenomenal. How lovely. I can't compete with those beds, but I'd like to contribute to your tractor fund, Juliet.
Oh, bless.
Oh no, Julie. Julie's gone to $300.
Oh, my goodness me. Well, that's huge. Who's that?
Don't worry. It's certainly my sister
Oh, no.
or my granddaughter from England. So, Debbie, my money is the same as Grace, so he will bid for us together. Oh.
Turn your phone off, Brigitte.
It's on the computer. I don't know how to do that on the computer.
Turn your whole phone off. Turn it
I
off
have.
completely.
Do you mean on there? Okay.
Just turn your
Put
phone off.
airplane mode on my phone. Will that work?
I think you have to turn it off completely, but I don't know.
You'll have to give me a lesson another time. Okay. So for that price, shall I send 2 scarves?
So
Graham.
what, Graham, is it three?
God, Graham.
Goodness me.
320. You're serious, aren't you? Vicky, airplane mode.
Oh, Vicky says have it on airplane mode.
Oh, yes, that's what I've just done. Thanks, Vicky. But I don't know how to do that on my computer, but I've done it on my phone. So
I think if you do it on your phone, it stops it coming through to your computer.
Okay, good. Thank you, Vicky.
So where are we now? Replying
to Graham Becker. Graham Becker, wonderful, says Vicky. Julie sending big hearts.
Big heart, yeah.
So there we are.
So, any other bids?
Well, it looks like the bids are between Julie and Graham and Deb. Is it Debbie? Debbie with Graham?
Yeah. Debbie's with Graham.
Yeah. My gracious me. Birthday press for Deborah. Oh, birthday present for Deborah. Who is Deborah?
Deborah.
Who is Deborah?
Debbie.
Graham, who is Debbie? Is that your daughter? Oh, Deborah.
Debbie's short for Deborah.
Oh, wow. Well, that's wonderful.
Do you have a French equivalent to that name, Deborah? France?
No, pas beaucoup.
No.
It's not really a French name. Deborah? No.
Deborah.
No. Julie, I received priceless therapy from your beautiful elders. I will probably be in trouble with my husband, but I think I can manage. Oh my God. Don't be in trouble with your husband, Julie.
No, don't do that.
Don't go there, please, Julie. Okay? Debbie is the boss. I hate the name Deborah Lol, but Greg calls me it often.
Oh, he's trying to wind you up. I'm sure we know he's.
Yes, yeah, I'm sure he is. Debbie is so beautiful. There's so much music in the sound, Debbie. Yeah, there's so much music in that. So, are we? How are we doing? Are we rounding it up to the final, which is 320 for Graham?
Are there only two
bidders? Yes.
Are there only two bidders?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think you set up the goal very high. Julie, by starting with $100. So, my gracious me.
You're going to have to do some felted slippers or something next, Brigitte.
If you knew what I do at the moment. I'm trying to mend the clock on my pool. It was working 24/7. So I took it off, and normally I would take a picture, but I just wanted to check on internet if I could find another one. And I just pulled out the leads without checking which was red, blue, and black. And then, anyway, I went to get another one today. And when I set it back on, I blew up the electrical switch went up. So
Oh, no.
it meant I hadn't done it correctly. But it's okay.
Yeah.
I know which one is red, which one is the live one.
Yeah.
It's just where to. Do I have to?
So
Julie?
great.
Do I have to raise it? I feel it's really high, Julie, already. I think this is an appropriate emoji, Julie. She's laughing and crying tears.
Oh, no. I don't want anyone not to be able to have the scarves.
Julie's putting 3 emojis with tears. So what does that mean, Julie? Does it mean you feel you've lost? Or does it mean you're laughing? Oh, she's teasing. Oh, good. I'm sorry, I don't do much emoji.
I think it's emoji. Can some...
Oh, emojis. Give them one each. Yeah.
Give them one each. I think that seems fairer, but then they've bidded so high, each of them. So,
well, you decide, Juliet. I'm easy.
I've got an idea. It's like whatever the top bid is, you could split that in half.
Yeah.
So that they each are paying that price each, and they each get a scarf. How does that sound?
That sounds good, except can we add a little bit for the transport?
Where does it have to go to?
Well, one has to go to America and one has to go to England. So both of them I have to play custom. Yeah. Carol Campbell, perfect diplomat. Yes, I was thinking of that, but because it's not my tractor, I was waiting for Juliet to.
Well, I wouldn't expect you to have to pay the postage, Brigitte.
No, I know, but
you already did all the work with a broken wrist knitting them. I mean, that's hours of work.
You have to hand deliver them.
Well, we can fly her over. We can get a ticket for her and send her. She'll fix all your electricity and your plumbing, your roof, your washing machine. She'll bake your beautiful dinner.
I won't anymore with this wrist. No, I won't. But yes, I would have in the past. Only a year ago. So, my beautiful ones, where do we stand now? So 320 divided by 2. How does that feel?
320. Oh, somebody's coming to my door again. Maybe they're not.
420 plus postage. Let me know how much to add on. Graham has just said $420 plus postage. Gosh. But Graham, you were already top bidder at 320.
He must have won his heart.
With Julie. So my feeling is, why don't we make it that is laughing. Yes. Okay, so how about one, how would that be in English, money?
The chat is quite delayed. Oh, it's delayed when you're hearing, or
delayed?
Oh, he meant 320. Okay, not 420.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay, 320. Yeah. Okay. So, as Julie, do you
Why
still want?
Go
The
on.
chat is quite delayed. Sorry. All right. So, as you both are the highest bidders, what Juliet is proposing, you each
So
have a scarf.
Carol has said, add the two together and divide by 2 plus postage.
Yes. So that is one. 320 divided by 2 is 160 plus the postage. Okay.
Yeah, how do people feel about that? Is that
How do you feel about that? Whatever is appropriate. Oh, come on. How do you feel in your guts? Yeah.
Tune in. Let's have a process. Let's
Yeah.
feel into our bodies and take a breath.
Yes, in a felt experience, because as really is so generous of you. I would just like you to feel the experience in pounds.
Pounds.
No, it's in dollars.
The dollars, Carol.
It's in dollars, Carol. So it's about $160 would be about 100 pounds.
No, a bit more than that. It's
A bit more than that.
pounds, yeah.
Okay. So
we want people, it's like what feels good, what feels fair. It's amazingly generous of everyone here to support.
yeah, because the key is not to have a scarf and then feel that you have overpriced your bid. If you want to get out of the bid, I'm still giving you permission to get out of the bid, Graham.
Yeah.
Oh.
And just to know whatever you give out always comes back. That's the energy. What you put out in love and generosity always comes back to you. And I think, well, that's my experience. So 320 is £240. $320.
Just a minute. I'm just calculating it.
Debbie's just done it. She says $320 is £240.
Okay, so let's make it at £120. Okay, because it's 119.85. So it's 120
pounds. $320 is £240.
Yes, £120. That's correct.
Why do you keep £120 each? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
How does that feel?
Well, Carol says it's well worth it. Yeah. You will be one of the very few people in the whole world that's ever had a scarf knitted by Brigitte. Not even I have a scarf knitted by her.
Well, you haven't done the bidding, but I will knit you one.
I've got a beautiful little finger puppet. I must show you. It's so beautiful.
And you've got other things for me.
Oh, I've got this beautiful crocheted waistcoat that you made me.
Yeah, and you've got, yeah. You and I, we have a long story of gifting. I'm not
I
getting.
always take care around Brigitte never to say I like something, because the moment the words are out of my mouth, she's given it to me.
Information. Oh, wait a minute. I don't. Julie is saying I'm not getting through to you. Whatever amount is good for me, I just need the Venmo information. What's
Venmo mean?
I don't know what Venmo means. Julie, we live in Europe. So 150 each, including the postage.
What's Venmo mean then?
Wait a minute. I just need the Venmo.
Is it a typo? Is a Venmo a typo?
No, I don't think so. It could be your bank account.
No. Is that £150 each? Remember, there is customs. Julie feels ecstatic.
Oh, is that what it means? Oh, Julie. Oh, gosh. It's a nap.
It's
a nap. I'm out of my depth with all of you. You have to remember, we elders, I was on the school bench with an ink pen and a pen.
No, I thought it was a feather. Did you not write with a feather?
No. It was the nib and a nib. We had to dip in the little ceramic.
So Graham says he'll pay the customs at his end.
We will pay the customs our end. No, it doesn't. No. Don't complicate things. I can do it for England. I'm getting better now. I think normally it's about £20 for the custom and then just putting it into the parcel. So that could work perfectly. And because it's a little bit bigger, yeah, I think the one I sent to Jack was about 30 with a
Okay,
custom.
so Debbie, so now you're trying all to decide how you're going to send the money. So that's not an issue. We can work that out really easily. The issue is Brigitte posting from France because it's a bit complex for her. But you know what? We don't have to sort it all out at this moment.
No. Let's not use our precious elderly times.
No.
So, Juliet, we can do a direct transfer to your account. Perfect. That's great. And then Juliet can send me a little, and then I can send you for the birthday of Debbie. Are you pleased? Are you pleased, beautiful Graham? And you, Julie, you're elated. I'm so happy. And I'm really happy for Juliet. Are you happy, really, Juliet? What a birthday.
I can just, yes, a magnificent birthday, but I can just see this tractor. And Carol, can you just imagine the tractor in the field? This is like the creme de la creme, having a tractor now to manage the gardens, the healing gardens. And you'll be really delighted as well that we had almost 100-mile winds over several days here, and the polytunnel was absolutely rock solid and did not get damaged. Everybody else's polytunnel got damaged everywhere, trees blown down, but Healing Gardens polytunnel is perfect.
I'm so happy for you. So Julie says to myself, elated to myself at this vulnerable time, I'm so, so touched. And Debbie said, I said that because we're both in the UK. Yes, pleased. Graham is smiling, makes a change. I know you both. Julie, can she pay you via PayPal? I guess so.
If it's friends and family, but why don't you email me, Juliet at healing-waters.co.uk?
If you could put that in the chat.
Then we'll talk about the best way to do all the things. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, remember, Julie, yours will be a bit more expensive because it's America. Yeah. So but that's okay. I can take that on board. And thank you so much for your generosity. I feel very touched. Yeah. Very, very touched. And I'm going to keep on knitting new things for other people. Yeah. So I might even make a summer dress in cotton, which will be a one-piece design.
Oh, wow. Brigitte makes beautiful dresses. She's so creative. She can knit anything without a pattern or anything. She just, she casts on and then she's knitting away. And before you know it, there's this beautiful garment. It's just like, just coming out, it's just a soul creation as she goes.
It is soul creation, and that's we men are gifted to do. It's yeah. Remember, we are the womb of the world, but men have their own creation too, their own creativity.
The seed of the world, Brigitte. If the women are
the wombs.
So if women have wombs, then men have seeds.
Yes, sorry. What did I say? I said something stupid
again.
You
didn't say anything stupid. You said you didn't know what men.
No, I didn't say that. I said men were. Men were. Be there. Okay.
I don't know what you said, but anyway.
All right.
So Graham says you could ask if anyone is traveling to the UK.
And US.
They could wear it
home. What a wonderful idea. I am going to give this a big shot. Yeah. I will check my English friends, Heather and Mike, who do travel and come and visit their mother once in a while. And if they do, they could take it back to England. But the US, it's a little bit more complicated.
Yeah, we'll have a solution by next week. So.
Yes, we will.
Yeah.
So
we're almost up to time, and we've spent a lot of time having fun with the scarf. we spent a little bit time talking about really deep, dark, serious things. And so if you want to go more deeply into the dark and serious things and actually get a better overview, to understand, because we're all unraveling the stuff and it goes more and more and more, more and more reveals of what's happening. Do go onto my Telegram channel. I try to do as big a, I try to explore widely to get some good information for you. But above all this week and this coming week, do take care of yourselves and know that not only are you precious, but you are amazing, amazing creative beings yourself. Oh, and one last thing, important thing. Just a moment.
And remember, you have, each one of you, your unique manifestation of the divine, a fractal, even if it is a nanoparticle. You are part of this divine plan.
So I want to know.
Remember that.
Yeah.
And I just finished for the grand jury. It's odyssey.com if you don't have Telegram.
Okay.
Odyssey, ODYSEE.com, and you have the grand jury. And I encourage each one of you to go and listen, because that's going to offer you absolute solid information.
Absolutely. And somebody sent me some very solid information here. Who is the really, really kind mystery book sender? Somebody sent me this book.
Beautiful.
And it's so profound. And I'm wondering if it's someone here, because we were talking on this show about Seth, because I didn't know who Seth was, and one of you told me, and now this has appeared. And I really highly recommend for people to read it and to get Seth Speaks.
Yeah, but who is the author?
Well, the person who channeled it, Jane Roberts.
Thank you.
The person who channeled Seth.
Yeah.
So let me know, Debbie, was it you? Oh, bless you. It's a birthday present from Debbie.
Oh, wonderful.
Did I miss your name? I can't see. I looked, but sometimes I miss things. I can't, I'm so hopeless at certain things.
She thought she'd put her name on it. It's a birthday present from Debbie. And Graham, you are a real cheeky one. Now, I'm not going to cut one scarf in half, because you would be, if you have a kitten, it would be pulling the thread out and giving each one half. No, this way you would have another scarf to auction. Don't you worry, I will have other things to auction.
So, Debbie, thank you so much. That was so kind of you. Amazing.
Oh, and Julie is looking for the info. Julie, Juliet's address has been put into the chat, darling.
I'll put it underneath the video here.
Yeah, so you can look at it. Debbie, oh, sorry, not the book, but on a piece of paper.
It could be, Debbie, that I just missed it, because sometimes I need other people to help me keep track. So Vic is going. We're all going now.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm sorry, it's gone very fast. Maybe we took some of the time because of the auction, but this auction has been going on for the last 5 months.
So loads of love to you all. Be well.
You're not distressed, Julie. I'm so glad that you're elated. Love and blessings to you, to each one of you. Debbie stole the book from my library, from the library. Oh, yes, I love that. Keep your humor. And John, I really wish you well with Lizzie. I will send you healing. And let's hold my beautiful friend Jacques, my doctor, who now can't use his hands and can't move anymore.
Oh, that's so sad.
So he will be moving. I've asked him to hang on in there, but my lungs, I know his lungs are going. So let's, some of us are doulas, which means we're helping others to move on. And he's asked me. So we recognize who is midwife. And let's pray that I midwife him into his next incarnation as best as we can, all together.
Yeah, lots of Lots of love. Lots of love for your friend Jack.
Loads of love, Julie. And Julie, I'm with you, with Julia. Loads of love.
Yeah, let's love. Bye.